Peace, brothers and sisters in humanity. I hope you're all well. Today is a different video, right? But it's the same morals though. The moral stays, but the subject is different. Okay? Alright. Let's start with our supposed to be next Prime Minister. Just to see who you're voting for. I'm talking to decent people here. People are not brainwashed by clerics, rabbis, politics, CNN, all this, you know what I mean, media. Western media at the moment, it's just gone nuts, absolutely nuts. I mean, it's just so confusing. Remember, they all think the same when you think about it. The Sunni clerics, the politicians now, it's just the world is in mess, big mess, and a bunch of idiots and evil, right, have taken over this planet, and billions of people just paying money. That's what it is. It's slavery in a different level. Listen to this guy if you're ever gonna think about voting for him, okay? All right? And you think this guy is gonna do something for you, all right? Let's just listen to what he's got to say.
I'm very clear. Israel does have that right to defend herself, and Hamas bears responsibility.
A siege is appropriate? Cutting off power, cutting off water, Sakir?
Well, I think that Israel does have that right. It is an ongoing situation. Obviously, everything should be done within international law, but I don't want to step away from the sort of core principles that Israel has a right to defend herself and Hamas bears responsibility.
Okay, you heard that, yeah? I just want to, I always tell you guys, all right, just don't just listen to anything and just soak it in unless it becomes the truth, right? You have to analyze everything in life, and that's, you should learn at a young age. But unfortunately, I didn't do that, okay? First of all, don't you notice, for you to become successful politician, there's some words you need to say, okay? And one of them is Israel has the right to defend herself, like he said. So if you don't say that, if you actually just don't say that, if you even have a little bit of sympathy for the Palestinian people, you can never become a successful politician. No way. You know, that's what they done to Corbyn, innit? They accused him of a Jew hater. And we're not talking about Jews and Palestinians, all right? At the moment, all right? We're talking about humanity, about human beings, all right? This Keir Starmer, he was actually a human right lawyer, I think. It's funny, how can you be a human right lawyer and then say things like this? I mean, what has changed? Do you understand what I'm saying? What has changed, right? This guy is agreeing with Israel to besiege them for 15 years, to basically stop every, right, thing that human being need to survive. Do you understand? It's just astonishing. How can he even say that and expect people just to let it go? So decent people who don't think they are superior to any other race, or they think they're better than other race, right, will never tolerate this. Because if this guy can let 2 million people being starved and die of thirst and getting bombed and for no fault of their own, you know what I'm saying? This is, what you're saying is, all Palestinians are Hamas. That's what you're saying. All Palestinians are terrorists and they deserve to die. That's what you're saying. Okay, that's what this guy's saying. You know what I mean? You have to simplify shit. Alright? They use big words to confuse you. Just simplify shit. This guy, right, who he thinks is gonna become is gonna have my vote or any decent person's vote that see him as an evil person just for saying this, because he's actually agreeing with starving people and killing them. That's what he's saying. As long as that Israel has to defend itself, obviously. You have to say that. It doesn't matter. Forget about international law, forget about human rights laws, forget about everything. Now Israel has to defend itself, so Israel can do whatever she wants. He calls it a he and a she. So this guy, you think this guy, right, he's got a heart to feel sorry for you guys, like whoever's thinking of voting for him. If he hasn't got a heart with kids and women and innocent people that has nothing to do with Hamas, right? Do you think he'll care about you and your kids and he's gonna give you something? Or is he here on a mission to keep saying Israel has the right to defend itself? So who's in charge here? Who's in control here? Because this guy's a human rights lawyer and he knows history. How did he become from a human rights lawyer? So now he wants to become a prime minister. He goes against what he was studied all his life. I mean, he's just astonishing. Do you understand what I'm saying? He's obviously been guided there. He's obviously, or he's trying to get there, right? I had to say those words. So that's the only way for you to agree to like Jews or make. We're not talking about Jews here. We're talking about Zionists, all right? Zionists, nothing to do with Jews, all right? Jews are people, are decent people. Jews are decent people, and I know a lot of them. Do you understand? But the Zionists are using the Jews, right? The Zionists, they're not Jews. They don't believe in anything. They don't read the Bible, practice the Torah or anything like that. They don't believe in God. They don't believe in God, because if you believed in God, right, you wouldn't do this. You wouldn't do that. You would not do that. It's impossible. So these Zionist, godless people took over Judaism, and it's using history and what happened with Hitler to play with their emotions, right? And then make them believe whatever they're saying. Like, all Muslims hate Jews. Like, I don't hate Jews, I actually love them. Do you know what I mean? I respect them as well. Because the Jews I know, they're actually good people. Do you know what I'm saying? But I know, because I have conversations with them, and I know how they feel. I know how they think, because they're very smart people. Yes, Jews I know, they're very smart people. They know exactly what's going on. Do you know what I'm saying? And then some Jews, with like rabbis and that, they're against the Zionists, and they're everywhere. You can watch their videos, just Google, and the rabbis against Zionists, and you see what they say. It's the truth. It's just people are decent people. They're human. Do you know what I'm saying? Because now we got to this point where they're making us think that the Zionists are the victim, right? And history, it's not that far, 75 years, right? The Balfour Accord, all right, which is the British took over a country. It's not even theirs, all right. They invaded Palestine, and in that Palestine at the time, used to be Jews, the proper Jews, and the Muslims living together. There was no Hamas. There was no. There was nothing. There wasn't Israel. There was nothing exist. No Gaza. No problems. No bombing. Nothing. They lived in peace, and most Jews know that. It's in history, right? Now all of a sudden, the Europeans, they didn't know what to do with the Zionists, or they're not all Zionists, obviously, some of them were Jews. You know what I mean? A good part of them were Jews. There's few thousands or something Zionists who took over the politics, and I'm going to be, obviously, this video is going to be stopped and shit, I know that, but please, just please share it. Please share it, just share it, if you're a human being, all right? If you like what I'm saying first, obviously. All right. Started with Hitler, started killing Jews, right? These Jews, Europeans, right? Right? They never lived in Palestine. They never heard of probably heard of Palestine. They had no relation with Palestine. So Hitler decided to start killing them, right? And then, after the World War II, they did not know what to do with the Jews. So they gave them an offer, right? They wanted their own country, right? The Zionists wanted their own country. And I know a lot of Jewish people that they don't believe that they're allowed to have a country. But, you know, religion, the Torah says that they're not supposed to have a country. But forget about that, all right? Let's go back to where we started. So, they decided to give them a country, all right? They gave them 3 choices. Africa, I think it was Ghana or something, yeah? Argentina, or Palestine. So, it's obviously they're going to choose Palestine, innit? Because they have religious beliefs. So they chose Palestine. It wasn't promised to them by God or anything, you know what I'm saying? It was not promised to them by God. There's no promise about God. Do you know what I'm saying? And the real rabbi know that. And then they took them, right? The white European Jews, right? Blue-eyed, blonde hair. They've never lived in the Middle East. They don't know what the Middle East is about. They haven't done their homework. And they decided to actually take them to Palestine to live there. And what happened? The Zionists became terrorists. They started terrorizing even the Jews that lived there before they turned up. The proper Jews, the real Jews that lived, the Palestinian Jews that lived in Palestine, right? The Zionists started committing crime against them. And then they even bombed some of the British soldiers as well. They were terrorists, basically. That's how the whole Israel started, by terrorism, right? And then the British decided to give it to them and run off. And then they offered the protection with the Americans and the Europeans because they didn't know what to do with them. They didn't want them in Europe. So let's send them to the Middle East. And after that, a few wars happened, and every time there's a war, the Americans and the British help them, and then Israelis take more land, right? I mean, the Europeans invaded Germany, but they didn't take any lands from them. But it seems the Zionists, every time they have a war, they take a land and keep it. Slowly, and you know what happened? They took most of Palestine to themselves. They're not even that many anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just about, at the time, they were about 4 million. That's all. They didn't need all this land, but they took it anyway. Because it's greed. And encouraged by the British and the Americans and Europe. Because they do not want them back, and they have to use them. They used the Jews, gave them a country to control the Middle East. That's all they're doing. They don't care about the Jews that live in Israel. They really don't care. They're using them. That's all they're doing to them. They're using them, using the religion and using the Jews to do their evil work. But unfortunately, a lot of Israelis don't see that because they believe in this crap, brainwashed basically. Do you know what I'm saying? Because no one denies, yeah, the Jews have the right to defend themselves. Of course, everyone has the right to defend themselves. I don't need the politicians to start with it. Of course, everyone has the right to defend itself. God's given right to defend yourself. But how do you defend yourself and you actually in other people's land, right? How does that even work, right? Now, Gaza is a very small area with 2.3 million people. They have nowhere to go, absolutely nowhere. They got no airport. They have two ways they can come out, through Israel or through Egypt, right? And both those way out are very, very hard to get out of. You can't leave your land and go. Basically, you're encircled, and then they built a wall against you, and then another wall, and then they put soldiers everywhere, cameras watching you, right? But you can't get out. You can't produce enough food to feed yourself because you haven't got enough land. And now and then, right? Now and then, we bomb you. We kill your kids. We do all that to you, whatever we want to you, and the Europeans supports that because Israel has the right to defend itself. While I don't agree with Hamas, right? I don't agree with them. I don't agree with anyone that uses religion, right? And that's what the Zionists doing, using religion. This is a religious war. The Zionists made it into a religious war, not a land war. It's a religious war. Do you understand? Because the Zionists wanted it to be like this. So Hamas are the same, are using religion to cause war. Because I don't agree with their about the Sunnah thing, because I am not Sunni and I'm just a Muslim. So anyone that uses religion, right, to wage war or to give himself the right to conquer people or rule over people, to me is evil, right? But, I'll say but, for a normal person, right, a more normal person, for a normal person that thinks with his brain, right, I will never go and live opposite my enemy. Unless I have to. I ain't got a choice. So the Zionists built this this little towns and cities, right? 3 kilometers or 4 kilometers or a couple of miles away from the border with Hamas, right? And then moved people to live there. I don't know how these people decided to go and live there. I really don't, because anyone would not do that. I would not live there. Why? I mean, Hamas just over there. Am I an idiot? No, we're going to protect you. Don't worry, you just live here. We want you to be here because we need to fill this land, right? To make sure no one will take it from us, right? And that's what they done to the other part of Palestine. They get the land, they built, wherever you go, they built walls, they built, and their own land, their own Palestinian land. I'm saying, Palestinian lands on the other side, right? And the peaceful side, they agreed, accepted Israel as a country, but Israel has never accepted that Palestine as a country, because to the Zionists, that's no country, that's no Palestine. They always tell you it was an empty land. No one lived there before us. There's no one there. I don't know who built all them, you know what I mean, the Quds or all these buildings, the old buildings in Quds. There was no one, right? There was no, don't know, they're like camels or something built that. I don't understand. They make you believe that, do you know what I'm saying? And then, do you think they will stop at Palestine? Even if they kill all the Palestinians or get rid of them or take the whole land of Palestine, they will not stop there. Because they've got part of Syria and they've got part of Jordan and they've got part of Lebanon, right? And then they move to Lebanon. They will not stop, because that's what they're there for, to cause mayhem everywhere. That's what the Zionists are all about, because they're all making money out of this, right? Most of these Zionists and the American government, the British government, they all have contract. Most of them have contract what do you call it, weapons contracts for wars. Like they all have contracts with this people that build whatever's built for war, tanks, whatever. Okay, they all have contracts. They want war because to make money. That's how America makes money. It's about wars. War is a money maker for these people. So that's why they always want war. That's why they're always looking for war. They don't want peace. They won't go war. Don't even go there. Don't even try and talk about peace. Look what the American done and the British as well for that. Iraq, Libya. Do you know what I'm saying? Look, Afghanistan. And then they gave them back to them. Who made the Taliban more stronger? Makes no sense. Right? They made the Taliban stronger than ever. They gave him more land than they had in the first place. And then look what they done to Iraq. Outside international laws. They want them to make money and cause mayhem. And you see what they've done? They weakened every army around Israel. Every army around Israel now is, except the Egyptians, is irrelevant, really. Syria? No, it's destroyed. Lebanon? Destroyed. Who? Jordan? It's in trouble, it's got nothing. Who? Iraq? Dead. See? Weakened. All the armies. The only enemy they think they have now, is Iran. That's another evil bloody place. Do you know what I mean? But they all make money out of this. All make money out of this. And well, let's go back. So they took people, right? They took people to live 3 miles away from Hamas, right? And they said, we protect you. We're the biggest army. We're the strongest army. We've got this. Oh, we all right. We with the Mossad, all that. Don't worry. We've got the dome, Iron Dome. We've got all that. We number 1 in the world. We've got nuclear bombs. Don't worry. You sit there. And they couldn't even protect them. The Zionists couldn't even protect them. They failed big time in every way. And by who? A bunch of amateurs. You know what I mean? That's not another country. That's not another state. That's just a little town. They got beaten up bad. Terribly bad. They showed them that they're so weak. So where's this money going then? Well, that's why you saw the American and the British panic. And they sent ships and helps and everything. Because they realized this army is weak. We better go there and help them. Because we don't want them to leave. Although if you look at the Israeli airports, they're full of people. A funny video I've watched, an Israeli guy, right, in the airport, and he's seeing the airport was packed, right? He's an Israeli guy talking about the Israelis. I live in Israel. It's, if the landowners, why are you running away? Just because of a little bit of trouble. That's what I'm saying. Just a little bit of trouble, they start leaving. Because they don't really believe themselves that country is lasting or they belong there. Because the Europeans, they all have like Americans, British, all the ones that are in trouble. It's the Jews that actually, the proper Jews that live there in the first place. And other Jews that they actually, they think they live in, there's always different people, isn't it? It's always different people. So, what I'm trying to say is, right, if you think your country is your country and that land belongs to you, you don't run away for a little bit of trouble. Do you know what I'm saying? When you say Hamas killed kids and all this, you see a lot of fake news. You see, you see what the governments are doing, censoring people. Like, I'm going to be censored for this video if they hear it. I'm definitely going to be censored. Probably never see YouTube again. But see what they do. They censor people, and who censors them though? No one censors them, because we looking at fake news in CNN, all the biggest media, right? We're seeing all this fake news with no all these massacres and they chopped kids' heads up and someone comes and yes, say they did, and American said no, we didn't really see anything, we didn't see no kids dead or their heads chopped off, or it's just because it came out of Israel. The Zionists came up with this lie. Oh, they chopped the kids up and all that, but where's the evidence? Right? This is a crime, right? This is a crime, right? And we need evidence. So, human rights groups will go there, and basically, this is a crime war. So it's got to be seen by others, not by Zionists, right? But there's no evidence. There's no pictures. There isn't even an official statement from the Israeli government about this. You know what I'm saying? They even say, because it's just a lie. Just throw lies out there. All right? You don't have to give evidence. Just make it big. And now you can see advertising what Hamas done to the Zionists. They're advertising it now in YouTube. You see it all the time, and like trying to create pity. But it doesn't work anymore. These people don't understand. You can't control all people all time. You can't. You really can't. People will wake up and see you as you are. You're using the Jews to destroy the world, basically, to cause mayhem. And you everywhere. The Zionists are everywhere. In high, some of them are presidents, some of them are like prime ministers. They're everywhere, so they control everything. Plus, they control the money as well. Do you understand? That's why they want to keep. They do want to stay up there. That's why they're doing all what they're doing, just to stay up there. And trying to brainwash people with this fake talk, fake shit, fake everything. And unfortunately, some people fall for it because they think, Arabs want to kill Jews. No, we don't. Arabs don't want to kill Jews. I'm not an Arab, but Arabs don't want to kill Jews. They don't want to kill you. Arabs don't hate Jews just because they're Jews. No. They lived together for thousands of years together. Everywhere. There's Jews everywhere. There's Jews in Algeria, Jews in Morocco, everywhere. We don't want to kill Jews. How can I kill a Jew? Why would I kill a Jew? Why? It's just stupid. I don't want no harm to a Jew. I don't wish harm to a Jew. He's a human being the same as me. So why would I wish any harm to it? I will defend the Jew. I did defend Jews before. I did defend them against idiots. It's all a lie. It's all fake. All these religions are fake. All these politicians are fake. All this, everything is fake. We're living in a fake world, all right? All this, that's why they always like this TikTok, Instagram, all this social media shit. Just there to brainwash people, man. So to keep you going. Like, you shake your butt, you do stupid things, and you sell shit to each other, fake shit to each other, and to our kids as well. People spend hours watching that TikTok and Facebook and watching crap. That's what they want you to do. Forget about your life, watch other people's lives. And then let us brainwash you, whether being like, if you're Sunni, brainwashed by clerics. And if you're a Jew, you get brainwashed by rabbis. If you're Christian, you get brainwashed by priests. And I'm saying, if you're not religious, you get brainwashed by politicians. If you've got nothing to do with politics, you get brainwashed by whatever your idols are, because they create a lot of idols. So you've got nowhere to run. They've got something for everyone. Trust me. They've got something for everyone. You know what I mean? But as soon as you wake up, right, as I said, right, the Quran woke me up. I can see everything now. You can't bullshit me with nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't bullshit me. You can't make me hate another person anyway. I mean, I don't care. I don't believe that we're actually racist and black or Chinese or yellow or Indian. I don't think we bodies. We souls. We not bodies. So I don't know what we're fighting over land for. We're fighting over a land. We're not going to stay here forever. We can die in a minute. Why would I fight for a land? I mean, I kill someone for a piece of land. I'm not going to stay in it forever. Do you know what I'm saying? What for? You know what I'm saying? It's stupid. I kill someone because he's called them Christian or called the Jew or could kill them. No, why, man? He's not. He's a soul. He's a soul. He has the right to believe whatever he wants to believe, right? As long as he's peaceful, that's all. And law-abiding citizen, not like this guy here, Keir Starmer. He's not a law-abiding citizen, is he? He's not. He's a criminal. He's a gangster, man. He belongs to a gang. Because he doesn't believe in international law, does he? He used to be a human rights lawyer or something. What happened there? Look at him. He can't even talk properly. I would never vote for this guy, ever. I mean, or for anyone else like him. Do you know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to find anyone to vote for at the moment because they're all idiots, all the same. You get the same shit. Whether you vote Labour or whatever you vote for, you're going to get the same shit. Just a different taste. They're going to lie to you. They're going to bullshit you. They're going to see that when they're in charge, they don't do shit for you. They're going to put more cameras and more laws and more shit to get more money from your pocket. And they're going to create crisis to make you scared. They're going to keep you scared. They're going to keep frightening you. They're going to keep thinking until probably next time it's going to, when they run out of everything to say, they're actually working on it. They might tell you alien attacked us, all right? They're actually working on it. They're hinting a lot. You know what I mean? They're hinting a lot. And next problem probably going to be aliens now. And people are going to believe in that as well. I mean, they will believe in that. Wow. Anyway. Listen, I don't like civilians being killed. All right? I don't like anyone being killed. Even a soldier is a human being. He's been brainwashed to go and fight someone else's war. If you notice, these people don't send their kids to war, do they? Just look back, man. Look back. Their kids don't do any wars. But our kids do, for them. It's funny. They can go and defend Ukraine because Russia invaded Ukraine, so they're defending Ukraine. But Israel has the right to invade other people's countries and does whatever she wants. And it's just contradictions after contradictions. What is that? What's good for the goose is not good for the duck. I mean, so you're defending Ukraine because the Russian invaded their country, but they're against the Palestinians because they're trying to defend their country against the invaders. So what is that? What is this? What are you trying to tell us, man? Honestly, man, everyone knows history, man. Your channels don't even go that many views anyway. Now, I see people just making videos, 1 million people see them in a day. So your channels are worthless now, to be honest. Your channels are worthless. People are waking up. You created a monster. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you can't keep living in pity and using other people's religion for your evil deeds. See these people, that's what the people that said God said they will go to hell. People like this. They have no pity or any sympathy, empathy for kids and women. They can die, starve them to death. They can die because Israel has the right to defend herself. How many times have you heard that? Peace out.